When I talk to a lot of firms, accountants and professional service firms, they tell me, oh, we have case studies, Patrick. We have testimonials. We even have client interviews. But it's quite rare when they deliver on what they promise, when they actually show that they can help firms with those problems that they've outlined. So we know this isn't proof of gain, which is perhaps, understandably where a lot of firms try and get that across. Here's, we looked at one or two testimonials. Again, great. What our clients have to say, super responsive, no last minute surprises. But it's all pretty much, they haven't messed up. They've done what they said they could. Let's have a look at what proof of gain has to do, how it delivers and what it delivers. First thing is, you can't do it yourself. Only clients can show and demonstrate that difference. Otherwise, the reaction is always, well, they would say that, wouldn't they? It's that emotional connection that we've talked about, and it's taking them on a journey, this before and after. I started here, this is how I felt, this is how it was affecting me, right the way through to the transformation. The purpose is, if I'm your perfect client, I want to see myself. And if it's a story, we experience it. We're actually feeling that gain as if it's us. Here's an example. I have to throw one of ours in. This was from a website we put together for Libby. We positioned her as the tough love accountant, really helping you succeed by asking difficult questions and holding you accountable. And she had an inquiry within the first couple of months. When I came across your website, I thought, wow, I wish I'd known you a few years ago. This fellow apparently lost his business and he was setting up again, and he's now one of Libby's higher value clients. Meet Ed. Ed runs a concrete cutting business. What we talk about is how we help company owners, business owners to work on the business, not in it. I want you to listen to Ed talking about his journey and his problem.
When I started off, it was me working out of a garden shed, destroying my body on a daily basis. And at some point, I had to come off the tools. So the amount of money that I generated per day in profit had to be accounted for elsewhere if I was to come off the tools. We had to recoup that money. And I had to have the work to govern, to be in that position. When I was on the tools all the time, day in, day out, and trying to manage other contracts and price work. It was sort of clouding my judgment on things because I was so busy all the time, and not only that, I wasn't able to go out and find new customers to then grow. So you sort of get stuck in this revolving wheel of death, I think I called it at one point. And then you start not enjoying it. And this is a key, because I was starting to think, I'm in a hole that I don't want to be in anymore. And I actually started to dislike the industry and the job and the pressure that I was under all the time. And now we've come out the other side, whereby all of that hard work and effort has now become worth it. And I can honestly say part of that success of the business, from starting from nothing to, in excess of £400,000 this year in revenue, part of that success has been down to our Boko, 100%. Just helping me to get the time right on critical decisions.
And it's the language. Fabulous book I'd recommend by a fellow called Jeffrey Shaw, Lingo, the secret language of your ideal clients. He doesn't talk about working on the business, What he talks about is getting off the tools. If we want to attract high value clients like Ed, we want his clone. They're going to see themselves in Ed. When he talks about, I found it the revolving wall of death. He just captures it fabulously in a way we never could. So that's just an enormous benefit of proof of gain. Get it from the client. The other great thing about it is when we talk about the copy, this was just some copy we put together for a friend of ours who had an insurance company. But after the interviews, all very focused on the problems they solved, rather than making those claims, we can get the clients to do the heavy lifting here, just by putting in half a sentence and what they say, what they do. When disasters strike, Catherine said he put everything together, put the reports, blah, blah. She goes on to say he stayed up half the night doing that. Richard said he answered the phone at 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and he called later to make sure I got home. We can say we're client focused, but if we can demonstrate it like that, you can see how powerful it is.